Last week, of course, was a challenging week for the Executive and indeed governments right across the world as the COVID-19 pandemic wreaked havoc on families and communities. And this week, the challenge will be even greater as, of course, we have not yet reached the peak of this pandemic. People are scared, and from time to time they panic, and that is understandable. However, we must not lose sight of the families who have had to bear the pain of losing a loved one, or those who are worried about their relatives or friends fighting for their lives, or those whose relatives have bravely stepped up and are back on the health front line. I want to say today that every minister in the Executive feels the pain and the worry and the concern that you're going through, and we stand with you and we support you. On Saturday, the Executive announced further powers to combat the spread of COVID-19. As of 11 p.m. on Saturday, no one may leave their home unless you need to obtain basic necessities, including food and medical supplies, take exercise either alone or with other members of your household, seek medical assistance, provide care or assistance to a vulnerable person or provide emergency assistance, make a blood donation, travel for the purposes of work, or to provide voluntary or charitable services where it is not reasonable to work or provide those services from home, or attend a funeral of a family member. Now, there is a temporary ban on more than 2 people gathering in a public place unless they are members of the same household, are at work, or are at a funeral. Penalties ranging from fixed penalty notices to fines of up to £5,000 will be levied against those who breach the law. Now, these are not powers we want to enforce. People can avoid them by following the public health advice on social distancing and staying at home as much as possible. As an Executive, we published a list of businesses that must close and others that can remain open but are under a legal duty to observe social distancing. All businesses whose staff can work from home must allow them to work from home. Workplaces that remain open must have particular regard for the safety of employees and put into effect the guidance on social distancing. If they do not observe the guidance or breach their legal duty on health and safety, they will face robust action from the statutory authorities and may even face closure. Working through these emergency measures has not been easy for employers or employees here and indeed in other jurisdictions. The Economy Minister has therefore instructed the Labour Relations Agency to bring together key stakeholders drawn from the business and retail sectors, trade unions, the Public Health Agency, the Health and Safety Executive, the Society of Local Authority Chief Executives representing local government, the Food Standards Agency and the Police Service of Northern Ireland. That forum, which has met this afternoon, is considering issues referred to them around the implementation of social distancing and health and safety in the workplace, and they are trying to find an agreed way forward. I believe it was a very good meeting. The outcome of these discussions will be presented to the Executive for consideration, and none of these issues are easy, we know that, but we need everyone to be on the same page as to what is expected in the workplace. And in the meantime, we thank those companies who have done the right thing and have the right measures in place. To those who are dragging their feet, we say the time for excuses is long past, and the community and this Executive expects you to take action. And as COVID-19 wreaks havoc, we don't have the luxury of time, and please, please don't unnecessarily place your staff and the wider public at risk. Just a couple of other issues of note. In education, the Department has now put up a list of schools that are open at present and how children of key workers can continue to be accommodated. That's a useful source of information. That's on the Department of Education website. And the Economy Minister has indicated this afternoon that, as in Great Britain, those who are on furlough are entitled to roll their annual leave entitlement forward. That's a change to the working time legislation of 2016. We will continue with our daily as well, and the Executive had a very good meeting this afternoon on our common strategy. Thank you.